It's finally here! It's 6 needler time! Ha! Ha! Damn you! Toasted coconut! That's what you get! That's what you get! Woo!
Karate chop.
Whew. Welcome once again, Tactical Aficionados. I am Damien Darko, and you are watching Bad Say Tactical, where we're not going to shoot the chronograph with the brand new, made in Germany, 6 needler. That was one of 6 shots of .357 air gun, blowgun darts. God help me, I'm going to put that down for a minute. These horrifying little monstrosities right here, which I realize have this cool little stabilizing piece here, which is why they don't just nosedive, which is what's been happening to me when I shoot other air gun light objects without that. So this thing is pretty straight on. Maybe it was a little low. I haven't had time to experiment too much, but boy, are we experimenting today. We're running through the whole gamut. I know what people want to see. We're going to get the chronograph so we can get our numbers. We're going to get our friend right here to back it up. This is our berm today. The 20%, this is up to 20% now, right? About 20% ballistics gel block. I'm gonna bury a couple of them in that bad boy. Giggity. After that, I've seen Jorg do it. I want to do it myself to know for sure. The armored zombie variant, the coconut. Got a tough rhymey bastard right there. And last but certainly not least, our trial by inches. We have a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, and this says it's a 1 inch. It seems a little less than that to me, but I don't know. That's what they said at Home Depot.
You said trial by inches.
Trial by inches, yes.
You didn't do a giggity.
I didn't do a giggity. I already used the giggity when I said I'm burying.
Do the giggity!
Giggity, giggity.
Thank you.
And that's the transition. Boom. All right, we've got the new high-tech app up and running. Okay, from what I've been told, Tactical Aficionados, these blowgun darts are 1.4 grams. And at least knowing that information, we can make some calculations here. Please, please. Going to be with us a long time. A long time. Thankfully, this can also go into single action. Ah, okay, it's fairly accurate. I think that one came out the side.
We got an error.
Interesting. Oops. Hold on a second.
Maybe it's not as
it is
big enough.
It could be harder to read because it's very narrow, of course. Oh boy, I'm having some binding issues as I'm trying to rotate the cylinder. That's interesting. These are all seated there. Oops. Huh. We have an issue. And if I can't shoot it in single action, I don't see why it would... Oh, this is bent. Look at that. Oh, so the CO2 from there may have bent this. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to put that aside or turn it around. That's... Looks like it deformed a little bit. Oh boy, could be an interesting thing to deal with. Possibly a reliability issue. Ooh, they are just shooting
269 feet per second.
Okay, let's see if the next one has that deformation issue. I don't think so.
$252 feet per second.
It's consistent. I'm going to go a little bit to the other side. 235. We'll try to go high. Oh, that one was an error. But we have some numbers to work with. We'll throw those up on screen to get a... Oh, wow. I'm going to turn off beat camera real quick. That would have gotten all the action. Whew. Circle. Look at that thing. Oh, man. That thing got into a fight with a porcupine. So again, unlike the other blow darts we've messed around with, this one seems to be pretty accurate. That binding issue only happened with one of these arrows, or darts.
And we can still use that, I think.
And yeah, another good thing about these, we can probably still use them. It does push them back. This is something to look for as it goes into a soft target, so you could probably readjust that since it is what's helping to stabilize them in flight.
Some wound tracks in there.
Oh yeah, put most of them on this side so I could get a good look from our profile camera. They're very small wound tracks, and that's something people have brought up. Obviously, what gives this its penetrative power, giggity, is the fact that it's a very small diameter, so it just slips into things. The rumor has it, giggity, the rumor has it that one of the reasons that this was banned in Germany is because there were some tests conducted, and this went through the bulletproof vests that the police officers were apparently using in Germany. I don't know what they're using over there.
260 something feet per
I don't know,
second.
man. I don't know. It could come down to a lot of factors. A lot of those vests are actually kind of designed to be very fibrous because they stop larger size things, but like the fact that it's moving slow and the fact that it's so small, I wonder if that aided. It's just, you know, some weird physics thing. I don't know. They made a big deal about it. It was very politically motivated. You know, oh, we don't like this thing. So I don't know. We want to shoot a bulletproof vest with this. That's got to be a future video, man. Are we making the promise now?
We'll get them online for about 300 bucks.
About 300 bucks. Huh. All right, tactical aficionados, quick mention here. This has a screw in. I'll show you. You can take this piece off. And there's our CO2. So this works not so much like the more self-defense and less lethal oriented devices we've been playing with. This is a little more like what you get with replicas or other just kind of regular airsoft, well, not airsoft, but, you know, pellet guns. So you just gotta, I'm gonna screw to undo that. Quite a bit left, so it's not burning through CO2 super fast. And that's not surprising because I ran a little bit of the math. And according to this, now I heard that the German version was getting 7.5 joules. This thing was doing something like, if the weight of these is correct, something like just under 5 joules, and that's a lot less than I was expecting. It's still effective on the gel block, but I don't know. I don't particularly like this kind of screw-on method, where you basically get it to right about there, put your handle back on, and then in your time of need, you just gotta tighten that down. Now that seems fine now, but there's also nobody stabbing me. So, you know, it can become a real hassle when it really matters. Let's get a couple more of our deadly arrows here. Blowgun darts, throw them in there, and I think we need to test it out on something a bit harder. Now, according to the numbers, we're getting less power than was advertised. I was told that these might be hitting 11 to even 13 joules in the United States. I could be incorrect about the weight of these things, but I don't think so, because they're very light, obviously. They're blowgun darts. They're not going to be super heavy. Let's test out on the armored coconut. I've seen Jorg do it. Can we do it?
Hit him with a Dutch angle.
Dutch angle. All right, so we got the deadly armored coconut. I got this thing regassed. Supposedly getting less than 5 joules. I don't know. It's tough as hell.
Cue the brains.
Brains. Oh yeah, use the sound effect.
Yeah.
Brains. I've been shooting single action all day because I got used to that doing Black Powder Summer.
I'm only getting behind you, I swear.
All right. Oh, ooh, what happened here? Did it deflect down a little bit? Or did I just miss?
I don't know. I don't think you could have shot in that angle.
It might have deflected. It looked like it was like that.
It definitely deflected. You gotta hit it a little.
All right, I'm gonna hit a little higher. That was my bad. We'll see it on slow-mo. There we go. There we go. You in. There we go. Okay. Even at the supposedly low power, it's doing what it advertised. It's in there pretty deep. Didn't come out the other side, but it's not really long enough. Damn it, we're gonna giggity! Man, it's gonna be my whole channel now. Giggity air guns. Oh, that would be a good one. Ooh, hard barrier penetration. Giggity. Round 1. We got our 1/4 inch plywood. I think it should go through. I got a brick over there to hold it, so I'm going to aim for the upper left-hand corner. Blah! Do we finally see some warping?
Oh, it definitely warped.
It warped, okay.
It definitely warped.
Interesting. I did hit the door with this at my house. And because, you know, my house sucks, and you just do things like that. But yeah, all right, so not all the way through, good amount through though. Let's see what it does to the 1/2 inch. All right, same kind of board, now 1/2 inch in diameter.
6 inches, bro.
6 inches.
6 inches.
Oh, I'm getting a little bit of that binding again. Ah, this is something that really worth pointing out. As you fire these, every once in a while, one of the lips gets turned up. That could make it slightly unreliable in the 3 a.m. challenge. It's happened to me twice now. And it's weird because normally one of the things about revolvers or revolver style pew-pews is that if something doesn't go off, you just pull the trigger again, but this would bind the cylinder. Interesting. Rotating it fixed it last time. Yeah, it seems to fix it this time as well. Blah!
That is through.
Yep. Ouchie.
Ow.
Whew.
How about the 1 inch? Let's do it.
Ooh, okay, now we have, I think this was like a 1x4 pine board. Oh yeah, get that out of there. Perhaps a little more solid than what we've been dealing with. It's not just a pressed together composite. Again, I feel like it's a little less than 1 inch, but that's what they told me.
It is. They're not always a true
They're
inch.
not, yeah. I heard that trees are smaller than they used to be.
That too.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh! I saw that thing like vibrating like a hummingbird.
It went through.
Holy crap, just the tip. But it did go through, barely. So yeah, okay, we've reached something that will kind of start to stop it. Let's see though. What do you think about the door? Do I have one left in here?
It's door time!
Yusuf, get the door!
I'm gonna do it though.
Yeah, sure.
After these messages.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Violet is a typical down-under-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated, and drowning in debt, on the verge of moving into her parents' basement, when a lifeline appears in the form of a very unconventional job in neighboring Cambric Creek. She has no choice but to grab at it with both hands. Morning Glory Milking Farms. Morning Glory Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one catch. The clientele is grade A certified prime beef with the manly, meaty endowments to match. Hands-on work with minotaurs isn't something Violet ever considered as a career option, but she's determined to turn the opportunity into a reversal of fortunes. Morning Glory Milking Farms. When a stern, deep-voiced client begins to specifically request her for his sessions at the farm, maintaining her professionalism and keeping him out of her dreams is easier said than done. Violet is resolved to make a dent in her student loans and afford name-brand orange juice, and a one-sided crush on an out-of-her-league minotaur is not part of her plan, unless her feelings aren't so one-sided after all. Morning Glory Milking Farms. And just in case you were wondering, yes, this is a real book. This is like a New York Times bestseller. I'm not joking. This is happening right now. It's on the internet. Go look it up. For the love of God, click off of this video. Click off of everything. Unplug the Wi-Fi. Hell! Whew. Well, that might have very well been the worst after these messages of all time. Anyway, moving on to the door. This actually acted as the second door in a test we did recently. I don't know when it's going to be uploaded. If it hasn't been, that's going to be a little surprise for all of you. But, although I don't imagine it'll go through this area here, I think it can possibly get through the center. We have spent some of this CO2. We are on our last round here. Well, round, you know, pointy thing. All right, dead center. Boof! It did it!
Right through the door.
Holy crap.
By a lot.
By quite a bit.
So you know what we're going to have to do.
Granted, in a home defense situation, the door would still effectively stop it unless the person's pressed against it. You know, like Scary Movie 2. Then they might get a surprise.
That's not coming out.
That's not coming out. Neither was the object from Scary Movie 2, but yeah, so somebody on the other side of this door would be fine unless they're pressed against it. It is still an air pew. Again, I wonder about those joules numbers we got. It's so weird that we're getting something lower than what was advertised by a lot, and it's still performing just fine.
Surface area, man. Surface
area.
Time to up the ante, though.
Advantages to being thin. Oh boy. Oh yes. This is the section of the video brought to you by Voodoo Ranger. All right, I've lost track of the shots here, so we might not be at full strength. I'm gonna see if it'll go through 2 of them. I'm gonna try to aim right about here.
2 doors.
Maybe I'll fire in double action this time. I've been doing single action all day. All right, let's see. Boom. Little to the right, but went through the first one as expected. Oh, I think it's at least touched the second one.
It definitely has. Yeah.
Yes, they are connected. That's awesome.
So we move this door comes with it.
Whew. All right, I'm trying to rack my brain, think of any more tests we could do.
Are you kidding me? No!
Come on,
no,
Yusuf!
No!
Yusuf!
No! You! No!
All right, we have a new pin the tail on the donkey experiment here. We got our 1/2-inch board. It's being supported by that rickety little piece of wood down there. And I'm gonna see if I could literally nail it to the door and then remove that piece of wood, if it will hold it up. Oh, now it's on the doorknob. All right, go for the right side. Quiet bird. Oh, doing the binding thing again. I don't like that. I'm gonna skip that cylinder. Oh, again, this is interesting. Those CO2 spraying out the side there. All right, move the wood. I think it could, well, it's still on there. I think it's actually starting to maybe run out of power. Holy crap.
That's really on there.
Wow. All right.
Is it through this and the other door?
I can't imagine.
No, it's just pinned.
Yep, it's on there enough. I mean, it's a 1/2 inch and then a door. And like I said, it is probably starting to get a little bit low.
Still, that's impressive. You can nail. It's an air gun.
Yeah.
A nail gun.
Yeah, it's friggin' nail gun. Holy crap. Again, now.
That's how I want to build my house.
Now, the only question is, rumor has it this thing is less lethal, and I don't know. Oh, wait, a rare sighting. Oh, there we go. It's Sammy, the less lethal squirrel.
Hey, Sammy.
Hi, kids. Heidi ho. So, Damien, I think you've made a big mistake, and I'm gonna need to speak to future Damien.
Oh, yeah. Hey, future Damien here. It's Sammy, I didn't know you can just summon me in like that.
Yeah, it turns out I can pretty much do whatever I want. Listen, Damien, you gotta do these tests again with the new valve that was included in the package from the 6 Needler. That thing is way more powerful, so you're not even getting full power for this review. Do a couple of these over again, and then give me a call for a part 2. Come to think of it, you don't even need me. I'm Sammy the less lethal squirrel, and this damn thing's about as less lethal as getting stabbed in prison. Heidi ho!
Ah, that's sure gonna cause him to bleed out in this shower, Sammy. That's sure gonna cause him to bleed out in the shower. Well, our friend the less lethal squirrel does make a good point. I'm gonna have to do a follow-up review on the 6 Needler to really get it hitting at its full power, as of course this package did come standard with the second valve. We know this one's hitting about only 5 joules, which is even less than the 7.5 that we were kind of promised over from Germany. So we're going to throw that other one in there. Shut up! And see if that is the fabled 11 to 13 joule version. If this was doing this at 5, if you double that to 10 or 11, or maybe even a little more than that, I can only imagine the performance differences. I do not believe this is less lethal. Not after the series of tests we've done. I do want to know how far it can actually be pushed before this thing is, well, put under an FFL or something to that nature. I don't know if maybe that's taking it a bit too far in this country. There are a lot of dangerous things sold on Amazon. There are plenty of pistol crossbows and whatnot that can do what this does. I have seen other YouTubers, since its release, put these through what are supposedly bulletproof vests at about that 11 joule range or so I was told. I believe it was East Coast Less Lethal. Seemed to go through pretty easily. I don't know. It's not causing a ton of damage, but one of these darts here, one of these needles in the wrong spotlight, that's lights out, man. Not lights out very quickly, but lights out at some point. I really want to spend a second video not just looking at the higher power that we can get out of the second valve, but really discussing the philosophy of use for this item before we give it a final tails of the tape. I am a little bit confused as to exactly what its purpose is as a somewhat less lethal, but actually probably lethal item that may or may not have any stopping power. Well, tune in next time, tactical aficionados, as we upgrade this thing, do a series of tests again, maybe even crack out a poultrygeist. That is a rotisserie chicken for you not in the know. And stay tuned for part 2 right here at Band State Tactical, where it's not legal if you don't get caught.
Zombies falter as we night. Band State Tactical, set bold. Weapons with stories unfold. Zombies crumble when we hold. Courage was more than gold.